We got Hawk Tua and Trump assassination in the same month. Like, that's got to mean something, right? We're in it to win it. I feel the heat. What's up, everyone? It's America Plus. I'm your host, Clem McCormick. It's another week, another episode. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to America Plus. America Plus, folks. Another beautiful day to be alive. I'm coming to you live, sort of live, from Arizona, Santan Valley, Queen Creek. What's going on, Queen Creek? Queen Creek, Arizona! I'm coming to you live from my backyard, folks. My backyard at my parents' house. We've been here since 2004. We bought this house before the housing crisis, and I'm coming to you in this new section of my backyard, this beautiful wall. If you're watching the video, I'm in front of this beautiful wall with what looks like olive trees behind it. So I got some... I'm on some Godfather shit right now. I'm like, I am the Godfather in my backyard right now, dude. I've been playing with my nephew all weekend long. I'm out here in Arizona because it's my dad's birthday. He was born on July 10th. Today's like the 13th or something, whatever. My whole family, it was like another family reunion that came to Arizona. Really beautiful time. I saw my cousins from Las Vegas. That's where my family's from. I saw my grandpa Fred. I saw my grandma Cheryl, grandma Peggy, everyone, dude. All the grandmas, all the grandpas. The McCormicks are alive and well in this part. I got my computer outside. It's like 110 today. In southern Arizona, 110 degrees. And I got my Rodecaster Pro 2 out. I got my computer out. My computer is sitting on 2 ice pads. So hopefully it doesn't overheat and hopefully it doesn't liquidate. Hopefully it doesn't do anything bad. I think we'll be good. But it's been a good weekend. I'm happy to be here. And what we need to talk about today, folks, the narratives on America Plus. I think the biggest thing, I mean, first of all, I just want to celebrate life right now. Can we just celebrate life? Like, round of applause for life, please. Big round of applause for life. I love life. My father is still alive. My family is thriving. My cousins are happy. There's a newborn. There's a 2-month-old baby in my family right now. So we're just living life right now, dude. My dad's watching NASCAR, and it's a moment to just appreciate it. I was listening to the Tim Dillon podcast. Do you know the comedian Tim Dillon? I think it was like 2 weeks ago or last week. He opens up this episode with, Tim Dillon was talking about the debate, and, you know, like, the main narrative is, like, America's going down after the debate. But Tim Dillon, he's like, this is the time to just really appreciate life. This is a time to really appreciate America. And I think it is as well. I think no matter what issue you're going through, no matter what problem that you're facing, just take a moment, take a breath, and literally tell yourself to be grateful. Because that's the only way you can get through life. Literally tell yourself a miracle will happen. Like, you need to do this. That's the only way you can get through any hardship. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm choosing to be grateful. I'm looking at this blue, beautiful sky that I grew up in. I grew up under the sky. I don't think I've recorded a podcast at this house, but I've never recorded it in this backyard. I've never really been outside. I don't think I've recorded a podcast outside before, so this is the first outdoor one. So I'm very happy about that. It's a different vibe. I've been swimming. The video, I look crazy in the video. I have shoes on and I have no shirt. This is me, dude. This is the most raw version of me. The only thing to talk about, guys, is the attempted assassination on Donald J. Trump. Oh. Trump literally got shot at, dude. Trump literally almost died. That is today, we need to just, I'm just trying to discuss what this is right now, dude. I literally saw, I wasn't watching it live, but I literally saw on video the president about to die. I literally saw blood and flesh leave his body due to a bullet. Did anyone else freak out about this? Like, the main narrative on Twitter after what do you want to call it? Attempted assassination? The plot, the thing, like, the main narrative with it, people were like, oh my God, like the election's over pretty much. Like as soon as you shoot Trump, you know, like that's the martyr. Like he is clearly the guy to vote for. And immediately on Twitter, people are starting to go into the conspiracy, the purposeful negligence of the Secret Service. People are trying to bring up the planned assassination attempt from the Democrats. And I think it's all insane, honestly. My first take, you know, just like scrolling through, just speed reading all these tweets, I personally don't think that the assassination on Donald J. Trump was some sort of hoax. I don't think it was like it was planned. Like when people say the attempted assassination was planned, like of course, like I'm pretty sure the assassination was planned. So if the original assassination plan doesn't work and it then turns into a failed assassination and you want to say that it was planned, it's almost like no one wins in that discussion because of course it was planned because the assassination was planned. But you're saying some people want to say the failure of the assassination was planned. Like someone will create a false flag and someone will plan to almost kill the president. I'm sorry, but that makes zero fucking sense to me. I think it's a lot more simple to just think that there was an assassination attempt in, where was it? Wisconsin, Florida? I forget where it was. It's just simpler to think that there was an assassination attempt. Like it just clean cut, cold, like someone tried to shoot Trump. Are there questions around the Secret Service? Yeah. Are there questions around the vicinity? Yeah. There's questions about everything going on. Like, there's questions about how money works. There's questions about, like, is this concrete strong enough? There's questions about everything. So, it's okay if a system fails. Maybe it's not okay, but do you know what I mean? Like it's like systems are going to fail no matter if you call yourself top dog. The Secret Service can fail. They have failed. Okay? So I'm not surprised that something got through the cracks. But this is a serious moment in American history. When I saw the video on Twitter, I retweeted this guy named Walker, and he said, history has been changed. Hey, Wyatt, what's up? I got my nephew Wyatt here. What's going on, Wyatt? You want to say something to the people?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, sir. Hey, Ben, can you give me 30 minutes? Can I talk? Can I talk for 30 minutes on this thing, and then I can play with you?
Oh, yeah, Uncle.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Hey, thank you, dude. Thank you so much. Just hang out with Nano, okay? Thank you, sir. This guy on Twitter, when he retweeted the video, said, history has been changed. I'm not sure what that means. I think history has been made. Like, the sheer attempt of killing a former president is insane. The sheer, just the balls. No matter if if it was an individual or some entity within the government planning to kill, like it almost doesn't matter because history was made. History wasn't changed. History was made, dude. We all saw this. And if you've been listening to me, I've already been like hinting that Trump is going to win. Everyone has been talking about Trump winning 2024. And I'm sorry, if you don't like politics, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Like America's going crazy. This is America Plus. We need to talk about the craziness in America. Everyone's been talking about how Trump is going to win 2024. Biden is, he's going downhill. He's dementia. He's losing his mind. He's a clone. I don't know what you want to call it. Like, he's not real. He's not authentic. And, Trump is clearly just like, he's cognizant. And he is also, like, right on a few topics. And whatever other opinion you want to have on the guy that's positive. I've seen enough podcasts, I've seen enough interviews with him where earlier this year I had decided that I was going to vote for Trump in November But I didn't want to like be like open about that. And just because I felt like no one cared, like no one really cares. And I'm not trying to share my opinion because I want to influence you, or because I want to be seen as intellectual or some sort of important figure within the nation. I'm just trying to talk about how I'm thinking. And there's been an evolution of my thinking when it comes to like voting for a president since 2016, my first election. And I'm living in a moment right now in American history that is incredibly incredible. It is incredibly incredible. And the fact that there was a shooting, the sheer fact that oh my God, dude, Trump was bleeding, dude. Trump was bleeding. Can I pull up this video real quick? Can we just listen to the audio of this real quick? Let me go to Twitter. So what blew my mind was hearing Trump say, wait, and then he puts up his fist and he's like fighting, dude. Like this video, this moment is so perfect. I seriously don't know how anyone can plan this. So any conspiracy about this almost assassination being planned as an almost assassination, like it makes zero sense. And while I'm scrolling through Twitter, let me get the longer video right here. So
if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Pop. He goes to the ground. Pop. Dude, this is a real fucking moment in American history, dude. This is a real moment. This is a real situation going on right now. I cannot believe I saw this. Dude, I just like tore out my headphones. I'm watching Trump. Okay, one second. I'm watching Trump go through this, and then I hear him say this. Wait. Wait. And he puts up his fist. He puts up his fist, dude. He puts up his fist like a motherfucking legend with a bleeding face, with a bleeding ear, dude. He has literally lost flesh in the name of America. He's on the campaign trail, and now he is bleeding blood. His biology is leaking all over the ground, and he still wants to be our leader. That's so badass. That is so inspiring. Am I willing to take a bullet for America? That is literally the narrative around Trump. Trump has taken bullets for America. Trump has taken a bullet for you, dude. Like, there is no other scenario. Like, there's no other thing to say than that. He's literally given it all. And I never thought I would say that. I never thought I would be a fan. I never thought I would be supportive. But I was thinking on my own terms earlier this year, and I came to the conclusion of like, I think I have to I think it just makes sense. I think I have to. I think it's logical to vote for him. And this is not due to a Republican situation. This is not due to wokeness. My decision is not based off of the usual things that you see affiliated with Trump on Twitter or whatever. Like, the reason why I've been thinking about voting for him is, due to practical economic reasons and just like the sheer fact that my life was better before the pandemic. My life was better in 2017, 2018. I was doing pretty good. So it was like a selfish thing from that. And then I see this guy take a bullet for me. I see this guy take a bullet for the nation. And I literally get chills, and I hear him say, wait, let me go back to that. Let me go back. Hang on. Wait. He puts up his fist, dude. Keep fighting. Fight. Like, I cannot get over this. He's a showman, of course. Like, he knew the cameras were on. But he also knew that he was alive and something wild just happened, and he had to show strength. Like, I'm almost getting emotional thinking about this dude. I'm reading this morning. I read Melania put out, his wife Melania put out this statement about the moment, and I'm literally tearing up reading Melania's thing. I'm literally crying at 8 a.m. reading Melania Trump's, like, we need to ascend message. It's crazy, man. I can't even put into words how nuts this is. This is literally, okay, he was in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is ground zero for people believing in America. Pennsylvania, where the shooting happened, is ground zero for you believing in a more beautiful world. They shot Trump. That fucker stood back up. Dude, there's no other way to see it. And if I'm wrong, show me. If I'm inaccurate, tell me. I'm looking at the fucking video of it, man. It's incredible. So God bless Trump, dude. God bless America. God bless my family. God bless your family. I hope you are protected as much Trump is protected. Like, I'm a little emotional right now, man. I'm a little drunk too. I had a couple cocktails. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm on my sister's vape right now, man. I'm really flowing. Are you willing to take a bullet for your family? Are you willing to stand in the line of fire for something that you believe in? There is literally nothing else, dude. The narratives for serving your country have always been affiliated with the military. The most peak example of putting your life on the line for your country and for your citizens has been tied to the soldiers. What if I told you that that is actually a metaphor for the president? Like, what if I told you that? What if the most powerful example of believing in something and pursuing something is this man, this orange man? Holy shit, dude. Do you have this similar reaction? Like, who else is thinking about this? Like, is it just some random thing? Like, if you think this is just some random moment and it's not important, like, I can't talk to you. Like, I don't know how you don't think this is important. Does anyone think it's not an important moment in time? This has to be one of the most insane moments in 2024. Like, we got Hawk Tua and Trump assassination in the same month. Like, that's got to mean something, right? It's incredible, dude. So, as I'm with my family right now, I pray for my father's healing. I continue to believe in a miracle that something incredible will happen. I continue to believe that my family is protected. I earnestly think these things. And I see this example of protection of the most famous man on earth. The most famous man on earth is protected by God, by angels. Is there any other example you need to believe in God? He literally, his ear, like Mike Tyson might as well bitten his ear off, dude. It was the same spot. Like, he literally lost an ear, part of his ear, like an inch of it, a centimeter of his ear fell off. Ugh. Isn't it incredible? Like, what do you think about this, man? I need you to tell me what you think in the Boostograms. I need you to tell me what you think in the comments. I need you to tell me what you think about this moment of Donald Trump surviving an assassination attempt. I think a lot of podcasters are going to, like, try to talk about the CIA and the FBI and the intelligence agencies and the conspiracies and whatever else. Like, they're going to put this moment, so many podcasters online are going to put this moment in the same category as JFK and Ronald Reagan. But I mean, yes, that makes sense. But I'm also I'm trying to react to the individual moment right now. I'm not trying to put it in context of the 80s. I'm not trying to compare it to the 1960s. Like, I'm living right now. And right now, I see this video and I get inspired to live my life to the fullest. That's the only, that's how I see it, man. That's the only way I see it. And do you agree with me? Do you think it's accurate? Like, I don't want to be in the dark. I don't want to be immature about this topic. I want to be mature. I just want to be an adult here. And my adult attitude looking at this moment says that I should continue to put my faith in God, and I should continue to believe that life finds a way. Like Jeff Goldblum said in Jurassic Park, life finds a way. This is real, people. This is real. Do you believe that? Do you believe in life? Do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in survival? This is the most intense moment on earth, dude. 2024. America Plus. It's a beautiful thing. So please tell me what you think in the Boostograms, dude. Please tell me what you think in the comments. Like, do you think it's do you think this was premeditated to be a false flag? Do you think it was just a simple somebody wanted to kill him? Do you think the FBI had anything to do with enticing the individual who pulled the trigger? Like, do those things matter? Does any conspiracy narrative really matter to what the outcome is? And the immediate outcome, the clear outcome, the clear outcome from this is everyone is thinking the same thing, that Trump's winning. Trump is the president. He's the 45th and the 47th president. And is that planned? Am I being duped? Am I falling in line with some larger thing? You know, I don't know. If you're listening to Adam Curry and No Agenda, who deconstruct the media and deconstruct these messages, they called out Robert Kennedy Jr., Bobby the Op. They called Kennedy out for being bullshit and not really, sort of serious, but not really. They have called out Biden for years and years for being inadequate, like he's losing it. And they've also been talking about how, Adam Curry's been talking about how they sort of want, it seems as though there's a higher power that wants Trump in office. So, am I just being duped into this larger scheme from some larger entity to vote for Trump? I don't know. I personally don't think so. I personally think that somebody wanted Trump dead, and either it was purely this individual who wanted to pull the trigger, or it was some other entity controlling this individual who wanted Trump dead. Those two things are like equal in my head. I don't care about which one is true, but I think it was an earnest attack. I think it was an earnest attempted murder. And I'm willing to just say that, like, if you're willing to take a gun, if you're willing to take a bullet for me, like, you got my vote. Simple as that. Simple as that. So tell me what you think in the comments, dude. Tell me what you think in the Boostograms. That's the value I got, folks. We're going to head on into the value for value section of America Plus. Value for value is the model of how America Plus is growing and sustaining itself. That's based on an interaction between you and I. Value for value is pretty much just you show me, you reciprocate the value that you're getting from my words and my content and my perspective. Because that's how all content really works online. If you're on YouTube, you know, comment, like, subscribe. That's value. That's your time. That's your attention. For your talent, if you got any information on this topic, if you have any, like, what's your take? I think your take is your talent. The way you think about this is valuable as well. So share me what you think. And then Treasure, dude. You can support the show with Treasure. You can send me a PayPal at the AmericaPlus official PayPal, or you can send me a Boostagram inside of a modern podcast app like Fountain.fm.
Go to value4value.info for more info, then download the Fountain.fm app. It's the best way to support the show.
Found.fm is a modern podcasting app. You can send me small bits of Bitcoin called Satoshis inside of that app. I'm going to be reading some Boostagrams from last week. Last week, I was talking about Jordan B. Peterson. I sort of went a little... okay, so last week, let me just talk about last week, what happened with my Jordan Peterson rant, I guess you can call it. I criticized. Last week was my first criticism podcast and video, and I was trying to call out, the inconsistencies within Jordan Peterson, and people enjoyed it. The Boostagrams enjoyed it. I'm going to be reading these Boostagrams right now, and I got like 70 comments on YouTube. I got over 2,000 views. That's way more views than I usually get. I usually get just look at them, like freaking 22, 45, 300. Like, not a lot of views at all. But this Jordan Peterson rant got like 2,000. And people were really going hard at me. People were catching heat. I caught some heat, man. I caught some heat on the YouTubes. And, but I'm going to be reading the Boostagrams, which are a bit more positive from last week. This first Boostagram comes in from at Satan Sats. What's up, Satan Sats? Happy to see you. This first, they send in 500 Satoshis. And what he has to say, Satan Sats, he says, "You're spot on about JP." Oh, pretty much, let me just remind you what I said. JP's lost it. He's like, he's a goon. He works for someone else. He's in line with different, he's in alignment with like negative narratives. Like, I'm not liking Jordan Peterson anymore. JP sucks. Satan Sat says, "You're spot on about JP. I quit listening to his show entirely after October 7th, but it was already getting boring before that. Going on Daily Wire and becoming a rabid Zionist is peak boomer." I love that, dude. I guess it's a good reminder of why ancient Christians only canonized the dead as saints. Don't put too much trust in the living. At least we can still remember and learn from the good advice JP gave back in the early days. Yes, sir.
Boosting is loving.
Boost.
Yeah, Satan Sats, that's totally accurate. I'll always remember what the early days of Jordan Peterson, of him talking about cleaning up your room and being responsible. Those are fundamental. And even if someone loses their way, it's logical to see what logical things they said in the past. So, Satan Sats, thank you very much for that. It's interesting how so many people agree with me too. Like, it's interesting how so many men think this similar thought. We got a Boostagram coming in from at the Mere Mortals podcast. We got Kyron down here. He sends in his usual 1,111 sats. Kyron has to say, "Saw that you got some virality and heat on YouTube." Yes, I did. Any thoughts on that experience? Worth the angry comments and people who agree? You said it was your first critique video on an individual. Would you do it again? I'm super interested in what you got out of it. Give us the goss. Yes, sir.
It's basically, you put Bitcoin with anything, and all of a sudden, that is more efficient.
Kyron, thank you very much for the Boostagram. So my thoughts on the experience, on going... I definitely... I won't call it viral, because it was not viral, but it was the most views I got. It was definitely worth the angry comments. The people who were commenting in support of Peterson, dude, they're just not thinking. Like, I just don't care. I think I've watched enough Gary Vee episodes to be in a mindset of not caring about mean comments. Some people were saying that I still need Jordan Peterson's help, but it's all irrelevant in reality. So it was definitely worth the negative comments, because I struck a nerve. Whenever people react, that means that you strike a nerve. So that's a good thing. So maybe I should do more of that. As per my first critique video, I think I should do more. I mean, this is sort of a critique. Like, this is sort of a reaction video, like, sort of a reaction podcast. Like, I just don't want to be negative. I don't want to be spewing hate. My thought process with critiquing Peterson was to somehow get the idea that we should pray for him and we should hope that he thinks better. I don't want to be against him. I don't want to be... I don't want him to be below me. I want us to be equals. And so I think that's how we should go about it. I just want him to be thinking better. I don't want him to be thinking in terms of warfare and aggression and like whatever else he's thinking about. I want him to think in terms of peace and love and commonality and things that are actually like on a ground level citizen. Like he's acting like he's not a fucking citizen. Like, am I really supposed to stand here in my backyard and pretend that I know how to defeat woke? Am I seriously supposed to be swimming in my pool and, like, think that I know more than someone? Like, what are you doing? Like, how can you do that? Like, it makes no sense, dude. So, I'll do it again if it points to positivity or to an answer that I think is authentic. Yeah, so I'll do it again. And the goss, dude, I don't have any goss. Like, that's just how it goes, dude. Like, I'm just happy I made it. Just how it goes. And then we got 2 more boostergrams from at Joel W. Both of these are 1,111 sats. The first one says, I feel the same way, Cole. Not sure what it was or when, but a few years ago, I suddenly found myself with zero interest in anything he had to say. So, Joel, I think you and I are on the same boat. Like, I started not caring about Jordan Peterson in, like, 2019. Like, that sounds like that was the beginning of him going downhill. And now, well, he is just a shadow of his former self. He slowly became what he used to criticize. And then Joel continues, bro, you fucking nailed this one. Spot on. Thank you, sir.
Booster.
Thank you so much, sir. And in regards to the mere mortals comment and the heat you caught for this that was mentioned, do not ever let that shit deter you. In my honest opinion, you are objectively correct on this critique, and the haters are just playing attack dog for their master. These sellout grifters need to be called out on their shit when needed. Celebrity worship comes in all forms and doesn't always involve actors and musicians. You're totally right.
Go to value 4.
Whoops.
Booster.
And now, as the French say, it is time for le boost.
Joel, you're so right. You're dead on, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you to all those people who wanted to donate to America Plus, sending in their value. Thank you so much for that. I'm happy you enjoyed it, Joel. I'm happy you enjoyed the episode. It's interesting when I say something that everyone sort of agrees on. It's just very interesting how so many people think the same way. And it's not in terms of, like, some people on this topic, they're against Jordan Peterson because of Jewish narratives. But if you were to go above that narrative, if you were to like try to go, like, get even a more higher bird's eye view of what's really going on, I think people just see ultimately that Jordan Peterson, like, he took a selfish move. Like, he made a selfish money move, signing with the Daily Wire and choosing to just, like, sort of hammer down on certain topics and lean into one side. Because he could have clearly stayed in the middle, you know? He could have clearly, like, he had the opportunity to not get hyper political on one side and try to stay neutral like any other psychologist or scientist or researcher or whatever. He could have gone the route of citizen journalist, you know, just seeking the truth and wanting to bring the truth to things. But no, he chose to be hyper political, and now people aren't vibing because they know that the hyper politicalness is not authentic. It just isn't authentic. So thank you to that, dude. I'm happy you see that, Joel. Very, very, very happy. One more. What do I want to do here? One more round of applause. Thank you so much, guys. Oops. Oh my god. I just tore out my headphones again, dude. I can't stop stepping on this thing. Give me 1 second. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. So, what else do we got? What are we at? We're at 34 minutes. That's value for value, guys. Support the show. Support America Plus in any way you can. Send in a Boostagram on Fountain or any modern podcast app. Send in some PayPal. Send in some cash. The money is going to my my profit, my bank account. The money's going to me. I am America Plus. I'm the guy. I'm the guy here. If you like me, support me. Do your thing, dude. I really appreciate it. I really do. Stick around with me.